All right, everybody, and welcome back to Jack's World of Wildlife, and welcome back to Species Highlights. If you like this hoodie, the link is in the description below. You can get your own. Stay warm, stay safe. Anyway, welcome back to Species Highlights. Welcome back to Jack's World of Wildlife. Today, we're going to be talking about rhinoceroses. Rhinoceroses. Now, the rhino is one of the largest and heaviest land animals on the planet. Sadly, they're also one of the most endangered groups of animals on the planet. Now, specifically today, we're going to be looking at the southern white rhino. Now, I have never actually seen any of these species in the wild, but a few years ago, I was on a trip with my now wife, and we went to Fossil Rim. It is a drive-through safari park in central Texas, and they are actually part of a breeding program for these threatened and endangered species of rhinos. So I whipped out my camera. We got some really cool footage. So let's take a look and let's learn about rhinos. Now, the giant horn on the end of a rhino is not made of bone. In fact, this horn is made out of keratin, which is actually the exact same substance that your fingernails and your hair is made out of. If you recall back to our pangolin episode, that is also what pangolin scales are comprised of. Now, sadly, just like the pangolin, the rhino falls subject to poaching for Eastern medicine. Once again, keratin has no medicinal properties. It cannot heal any sort of ailment, but through thousands of years of practice, these animals have put themselves on the most wanted list for these indigenous and ancient remedies that have no basis in reality. So sadly, these rhino horns are quite valuable, and many species of rhinos are not only threatened but endangered or critically endangered because they are hunted systematically for that horn. Now, in the wild, rhinos are primarily grazers. They pretty much inhabit vast expanses of grassland, with the exception of some of the more tropical species like the Indian and Sumatran rhinoceros. But typically, most of the African species are going to range over vast expanses of grassland and graze for food. Now, the rhino is relying on its sense of smell and its hearing to alert it to signs of danger or predators or things like that. Their eyesight is actually not that great, but they do make up for it with a powerful sense of smell and amazing hearing. Some of them can be quite territorial. Typically, the males are going to be by themselves, but the females of a lot of species like to kind of hang out in smaller groups. They'll usually have a calf with them or possibly another female. So even though they're kind of cantankerous, they do hang out on occasion. Now, these are absolutely beautiful, beautiful animals, powerful animals, and I really hope I can see them in the wild someday. Now, once they reach a certain size, the rhino really only has one predator, and that is people. Not really anything else is interested in going up against a rhinoceros. They have very thick armor-like skin. Of course, they are typically armed with a very long, sharp battering ram of a horn. So they're pretty good at defending themselves. I've actually seen quite a few videos where they try to go toe-to-toe with a bull elephant. Of course, usually the bull elephant is the one who has the last laugh, just because although the rhino is one of the largest land mammals on the planet, elephant is the largest land mammal on the planet currently, the African elephant. So the African elephant, he's not going to really put up with the rhino, and so usually it doesn't work out entirely in the rhino's favor. But these are absolutely amazing animals, and quite peaceful. Really, down into the nitty gritty of their buildup, they're just interested in kind of grazing and doing what they're here to do, fertilizing the land and eating vegetation. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about these really cool rhino species. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that stuff. If you want a hoodie, again, they're pretty nice. They're really warm. Click on the link in the description below. Get yourself a hoodie. Get yourself a shirt. Rep the brand. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in next week. I'm trying to have a lot more content coming your way. Hopefully we get some more exciting stuff, and hopefully you guys are excited to see it. So, without further ado, I conclude this episode. Thank you all for watching. Tune in next week. I'll see you then.